Oh, 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 oh. Feels like a good one. If I can get him up out of that log. Man, he feels strong. He's coming up. Whatever he is. Oh my goodness. I should have got a bigger net. So what I got here this morning, this is called a deep hole cast net. It's got this little webbing down here at the bottom. What it does when it goes down, this webbing will actually keep that net open. So when the bait go deep, certain times of the year, especially wintertime, maybe 20 feet deep, this will stay open the whole time. It won't close up. It's got about a 30-foot rope on it. So if they're down there, and if I can get this sucker to open up, it'll catch them. The last time I had this out, I threw it out. Ended up getting hung on a log, and it tore some of my braille lines on it. And I spent about 30 minutes in the hot summer sun retying it. But I can already tell you this morning that a couple of these braille lines has done came loose on me, and it's making things really tough to actually get anything. So the first thing I need to do before I drop this down, make sure I got enough weight on here, and I know I don't right now. I'm gonna add some more to it. Pretty good current. I want this to fall down so that that weight will sit on the bottom, and that this right here will be suspended up off the bottom on this three-way swivel. This is about a maybe just over a foot, maybe about 14, 16 inches leader, and then about 2.5 foot leader for the weight. And I'm going to test it out, see how much weight I need. I know I'm going to go ahead and add one more because this is pretty good current. I think about 50,000 cubic feet per second is what they're pulling or pushing. I guess on this end it would be pushing. But I'm set up right here, spot locked over the top, actually in front of a deep log down there, pretty good log that shows quite a bit of fish on it. See how well that goes down. Okay, not too bad. Try that again. Put it up that way. There it is, hit the bottom right there, and I think that's going to be good for me. I do believe that's going to be good for me right there, so I'm going to go ahead and put my shad on there now. Them shad made me work for them, I'll tell you what, I didn't get very many. Did not get many at all. It made me work hard. I don't think I'm in a very good area with bait fish where I was, so I'm just gonna go through him there, and then I'm gonna circle back around through him. Just like that. Make sure my drag's loosened up a little bit. These old reels, drag kind of sticks on them. I have to like free them up. You notice my boat's rocking back and forth. It's because when I come back here to the back of the boat, my heading sensor with a compass and that trolling motor sets up like this, so it's not level. When I go up to the front, it'll settle down. one of the disadvantages of having a real light boat. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this one. Just going with 2 poles a day. Those LiPULS mini LiPo 4 battery is gonna get a workout today in this current. I'm not gonna be out here too long, it's gonna get hot. I've been meaning to come out and catfish a lot earlier, but the water levels really prevented me from doing that because it's been so high all year. Not flooded, but just higher than normal, where it comes up over the top of the wing dikes and just makes a mess of everything. Oh, 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 oh. Stuck up down in the timber. Feels like a good one. If I can get him up out of that log. Man, you feel strong. I think I got him out of the log. He's coming up, whatever he is. Oh my goodness, it's a good one. Oh, nice, nice one. I believe it's a blue cat. Oh gosh, I should have got a bigger net. Sit here, tire him out a little bit, I guess, because he's still pulling pretty good. Oh, wow. I don't know how I'm going to get this one in the boat. What a fight. Oh well, just sit here and tire him out a little bit, I guess. Hopefully it won't come off. Well, if you see what happens, the weight is hung up in the net. I might have to go ahead and cut my weights off of this net. I don't think there's other. Woohoo! Not sure what happened to my trolling motor. Man, what a nice catfish. And I really did not think I was going to get him up out of the log. Didn't expect catfish quite this big. Big old blue cat. Probably, I'm going to go 30 pounds. I got a scale, an old scale. I really need to go ahead and pull my other line in because this one got messed up, I'm sure. So, yeah, I done drifted way downstream. My trolling motor shut off on me. Not sure why it did that. He just hooked right there in the corner of the mouth. Looks really like more right there on the outside of the mouth. I'm so surprised he didn't come off. It should have came off. All right. Get a weight on him. He is 25, 30, 35. Let me make sure I got this right. I can't even pick him up. I'm going to have to stand up over here like this. Get him up off the bottom. There we go. See if I can read that. 25, 30, 35. It's about 37 pounds. 36-inch bottom. So 14-36, so he's a little bit longer than 36 inches. So hold on there, big fella. We'll get you out of here in a second. Clamping down. Well, I know you're awake. Here's one for the old eliminator. And I can feel him in the limbs. So I don't feel as strong. There's a eater. One of them I'll take home and eat. Get the net on him. Now this one's gonna get eaten up. Beautiful, delicious blue cat. That's about the size I want right there. If I can get some of those, I'll take them big ones, but it's right here get eaten up. And went and left my stringer at the house. Guess somebody's gonna have to make me up one real quick. Piece of rope right here, that'll work. You know, this riding reel over here is so old. This was my very first bass reel that I ever bought. I believe it was 1993 or so, or 92, somewhere around in there. Might have even been 91, I don't really remember. And that pole right there was that's a Daiwa pole, eliminator. And it used to be my bass flipping stick when I used to bass fish. This pole over here I found floating in the Arkansas River about 4 years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. It was flooded out here, and I came out here, never got out in the river channel, of course, but stayed in the backwater, saw it floating, nabbed it up. Didn't have a reel on it, but this other reel that I got over here is I used to have this on that pole there, but the knob is gone off of it. The little button, I guess, that you push in right there is gone, but you can push a little metal piece in there. It's not really good for bass fishing much anymore. But this rod right here it's a Shakespeare-Catch more fish you get from Walmart. They're very inexpensive rods. They're medium heavy action. You don't have to go spend a lot of money if you don't want to. But you know, if someone wants to spend money, more power to them. Nothing wrong with that, as long as they're okay with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But as you can see, I don't really like to spend much money. I like to use the resources that I have. This is a tomato state. I'd had this from the very beginning, this net, and me and my dad were fishing down on a place called Cocodrie by Weir down in Louisiana, and we were up on top of the walkway, and we had caught one. I think I had caught one, but it was so far down in there, it was about 5 pounds. It's about the same size as the one that I just caught, and I couldn't reach it, so my dad had to hold on to my leg while I got way down in there. Now after that happened, I went and cut me a limb, and I had a couple of ratchet straps, and I strapped that net to that limb so we would be able to reach down in there without me having to bend over in all that rough water that was coming over that weir. And never did get another bite that day, of course. We come back out the next day. Daddy had a piece of PVC pipe, and that fit perfectly on his net, so he extended it with a piece of PVC pipe with a screw, and just screwed that in there. But we didn't actually catch a fish that day. Probably the first time I had ever actually took pictures of fishing trips or anything, and actually got him on the video clip there for a little while. He was 80 years old. He died a year later after that. But I was definitely happy that I got to go with him, you know, that last year before he passed on through the portals of glory. So what I want to talk to y'all today about is being thankful, because everything that we have is just temporary, so be thankful that we got it. Take so many things for granted, I know I do. Be thankful for life, be thankful for breath, being able to breathe and air in our lungs. That's got to be one of the most precious things there is. I mean, if you don't know what I mean, just hold your breath there for as long as you can. You know, that's the good stuff right there. We need that stuff. But be thankful for the little things. We get so caught up in everything, we forget about the little things that we have that are precious. Another thing I'm very thankful for is that God made a way for you and I to have eternal life, and that is through His Son, Jesus Christ. Eternal life, thumbs up. Eternal life in heaven, 2 thumbs up. Eternal death, nah, not here. For anybody that's interested in these LiPULS full batteries, this little LiPULS mini that they sent me is doing an awesome job out here in this current. It's just running constantly with this current running, and you got about, I believe, 50 to 60,000 cubic feet per second coming out of the dam. And it's definitely holding its own. All right, y'all. Got one for the camera, one for the table. I've only been out here a couple of hours, but I got some chores. Go ahead and shut everything down. And I appreciate you guys watching my videos. Appreciate y'all commenting. It means a lot. If y'all like this stuff, want to help me out with some gas, I appreciate it if you just hit the thumbs up for me. That helps out a lot. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm still waiting on the river to get right to go do another catfishing trip, and it hasn't got right yet. So I'm still waiting on that to come up. So anyway, that's it for this video. I'll see y'all on the next one. God bless.